Ladies and gentlemen, Vince here. Today I'll be talking about my experience with making money online in 2024 and the realistic side of it. I hope you enjoy. Now, depending on if you're using survey platforms or playing games to make money or watching videos, doing side hustles, your experience is going to be completely unique to anyone else's out there. But for myself, I've documented pretty much my whole money-making progress here on YouTube throughout the years, and I figured I'd give you guys a little update onto what to look out for and to what expectations you should probably have continuing to use these platforms in 2024 and beyond. Now, for the people out there that complete surveys online, the one thing you need to understand is that these survey providers are going to pay completely different depending on your country, age, and gender. A lot of people have problems with surveys because they get disqualified or screened out, which I completely understand. Here in Australia, I actually get some pretty decent rates for surveys, roughly ranging from 50 cents to $3 or more depending on the platform. The one big tip I'll give to you all when completing surveys is that you always want to stick to the same answers when it comes to completing them, because if you deviate at all from what you've signed up with, whether it be your age, gender, location, profession, or even your likes or what you do for a job, they'll disqualify you pretty much straight away. And I think a lot of people get this wrong because they try and rush through the surveys, but these providers want you to take your time and actually read the question. So even if you complete a survey too fast, they'll kick you out. This has happened to me so many times, and it doesn't matter what survey platform I'm on. When I get frustrated with a survey, I like to power through them, but then I just end up getting kicked out. What I will say though is that you really have to be careful on what survey platform you go on, because you're going to find that different platforms will have the same surveys, but depending on which platform you're on, they're going to have completely different rates. You see, some of these platforms will take a much bigger cut for you guys out there completing the surveys. Hence why when I make the videos I make, I always make sure to tell you that this is based on my own experience here in Australia, because a survey I complete here in Australia will not pay the same as if you were completing the survey in the Philippines, for instance. United States users usually have the best rates, at least from what I've seen out there, and completing surveys is definitely not a fast experience. In fact, I recently made a video trying to complete as many surveys as I could in 6 hours and 30 minutes of non-stop survey completions, and I only managed to make around $30 worth of cash. You can find a link for that video in the description below, by the way, if you want to see it in depth in the whole process. But essentially, I barely made $5 an hour, everyone, and that was non-stop surveys. Completing surveys is a fun side hobby to earn some beer money, but I could never imagine it ever replacing a full-time job or even a casual job. In fact, getting an entry-level job part-time would be much better than focusing specifically on completing surveys. Don't get me wrong, I love completing surveys personally to earn some extra cash, but you should never really see that as just one main source of income. You should combine it with your already existing job or other side hustles. And the same thing can be said for every other method I'm going to be talking about today, because I've seen a lot of videos out there that promise that you can earn hundreds or thousands of dollars a week or even days sometimes by using apps or money-making platforms, which is just ridiculous. Just quickly guys, if you enjoy what I do here on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support means the absolute world. And while you're there, please drop a comment telling me your experience with making money online in 2024 so far. Have you had a positive one or a negative one? I'd love to hear it. Now, switching over to making money through games, whether it be playing a game through a website or playing a game on your mobile phone through an app, realistically, here in Australia, I'm only looking at earning between 50 cents to $1 per hour through playing these money-making games. And when it comes to the gaming offers, which offer up hundreds of dollars to complete them, you have to remember that these offers are extremely difficult. And some of them will actually require you to spend real money in return for a cashback reward. So whenever you see a creator or a website that's claiming that you can earn hundreds of dollars per day, usually those are completely unrealistic claims and more than likely a scam. Sadly, I've noticed that making money through games, even throughout the years, has been the biggest target for scammers to rip off people of either their money or time. So in my own experience, when I look at these money-making apps that reward you for playing games, I understand I'm only going to earn 50 cents to $1 per hour if I'm lucky. Just to give a shout out to Just Play, they may give you about $2 per hour depending on the day. But when it comes to gaming offers, I'm extremely picky, because not only are they extremely hard to complete, but also depending on what platform you're on, they're going to have completely different prices. So you'll find the same gaming offer on another platform which will pay you either more or less than the one you're currently on. A lot of people don't realize, guys, but these platforms are like a big monopoly, and they always try to undercut each other. So that's why as a user, you really have to compare the offer walls to try and get the best price. Be extra careful when it comes to making money through games, especially crypto ones as well, as if that game's relying on a crypto token, if that token goes belly up, then you've lost your investment or all your profit, especially if it's a rug pull, which you have no idea how common rug pulls are in the play to earn sector. If you don't know what that means, essentially they hope to get investors at the start, and then the big whales will would pull all their funds out and it completely crashed the token. You see it time and time again. Always treat any type of play to earn investment as a risk you're willing to lose the money on. Nothing's a sure thing. Now, I see this one all the time, and it's making money through watching videos. Ladies and gentlemen, the dream is real, okay? You can actually make money through watching videos. Now, the amount of money you're going to make is going to completely depend on the platform you're going through. In my life, I've never seen a platform pay more than $1 per hour for videos watched. No matter what you might hear out there, you would be so lucky to earn over $1 per hour, or everyone would be doing it, okay? You might see creators say you can earn $300 a day by watching videos, $600 a day, $1,000 a day. It's all garbage, okay? Platforms like Hideout or Loot TV have very low pay rates when it comes to time to reward ratio. But they do pay, and depending on the platform you're going through, you may get slightly better rates for the currency that Loot TV or Hideout give you. But these are the two main platforms I always hear about online. But I just feel like website writers have really made this seem like a lucrative way to make money, and it's just not there. At least here in Australia, but from the people I've spoken to around the world, it's the same for them as well. Because these video watching websites also give you revenue for the advertisements watched, if you don't see advertisements, you don't make money. It's as simple as that. And a lot of countries struggle to get ads. Plus, the videos you watch in these platforms really don't have the same quality as you would see here on YouTube, and they just seem really old and outdated. All things considered though, making money through watching videos can be done. You just really have to have realistic expectations of around 50 cents to $1 per hour if you're lucky. Alright, so you may be wondering, okay, if that's the case, why do people do it then? Like, create these videos where you can say you can earn $300 or $500 a day, etc. It usually comes down to one thing, and that's money for the creator. Obviously, creators get ad revenue from you watching the videos or signing up through their referral codes. So when they have outlandish claims like $100 a day or $500 a day, they're hoping you sign up to the platform, or it may be a sponsored post where they get a certain amount of cash for the views they get on the video. I think it's something not discussed enough here on YouTube. It's sad, but that's just the way it is, and it has been for years. That's why it's up to you to choose who you watch very carefully and to be careful of the claims being made. The one big pet peeve for me is when creators don't disclose they're being sponsored by a company, because I feel like that's very disingenuous. Plus, it's actually part of the rules on YouTube to disclose that information, so you just have to be very careful. I have noticed, everyone, as time goes on as well, some of these platforms that were legitimate actually stop paying their users. That could be because the developers have just given up, or they switched ownership, or they just simply don't want to pay anymore. My advice to you, if you ever find a platform that doesn't pay you, rate them 1 star on the Google Play Store, make a video exposing them, or do whatever you can to bring attention to the matter. Again, this goes back to nothing being a sure thing, okay? Realistically, there are human beings behind these platforms that decide whether you get paid or not. So in conclusion, everyone, if you live in a country that supports good ad rates or good survey rates, you're probably looking at earning between $5 to $10 per hour with surveys. If you're lucky enough not to get disqualified from every single one of them or screened out, and you go through a high-paying platform, when it comes to making money through games, the best you're looking at is between $1 to $2 per hour, at least in my own opinion. And when it comes to making money through watching videos, you're literally looking at like 50 cents to $1 per hour if you're lucky and you get enough ads. And if you don't live in a country that supports those good rates, you're looking at probably 50% less or even worse. Anyone out there that's made money online or has attempted to make money online will know exactly what I'm saying. It is a grind, okay? But if you have the spare time, you can turn all of these little side hustles into something. But in my opinion, they really shouldn't be looked at as a main way to make money. Like, I still have a real job, everyone, while I'm doing this YouTube business now. Because nothing in life is a sure thing, and you have to be careful you cover all your bases, especially when you get older in life. I really hope this video helped someone out there. Check out my channel for almost 1,000 money making reviews. I'll catch you all in a few days. Stay safe.